Hello, history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating epochs of ancient civilization, the Akkadian Empire. But to truly appreciate its significance, we need to explore the backdrop of Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, and the remarkable Sumerian culture that preceded it. So get comfortable as we embark on this historical journey together. Mesopotamia, known as the land between the rivers, is an ancient region located between the Tigris rivers in what is now modern-day Iraq. This area became the birthplace of some of the earliest known civilizations due to its fertile soil and abundant water supply, which allowed for successful agriculture. The rich alluvial plains provided ideal conditions for farming. The term Mesopotamia often evokes images of monumental ziggurats and vast empires, but the reality was much more complex. This region saw the rise and fall of various cities, states, and cultures with distinct social, political, and religious systems. Among these cultures, the Sumerians were the pioneers, forming city-states like Ur. To understand what made the Akkadian Empire possible, it's essential to trace the trajectory of Mesopotamian civilization, particularly the Sumerians. Their innovations in agriculture, irrigable systems, and urban planning laid the groundwork for more complex societies. The city-states operated autonomously, each governed by its own leaders and competing for resources and power, setting the stage for future. Sumer, renowned as one of the world's earliest urban centers, thrived around Bryce. Sumerians introduced revolutionary advancements such as cuneiform writing, which facilitated record keeping and communication. This writing system will economic prosperity in Sumer was largely credited to a well-organized agricultural system, which involved the construction of canals and irrigation networks. This allowed the cultivation of staple crops like barley and wheat, creating a surplus that supported a growing population and stimulated trade. The cities engaged in extensive commerce with nearby regions, exchanging goods like textiles and pottery for raw materials such as timber and metals. Sumerian societies were characterized by a polytheistic belief system, where gods like Enki, the god of water, and Inanna, the goddess of love and war, played vital roles in everyday life. Temples dedicated to these deities were central to each city-state functioning as religious, political, and economic hubs. The priests wielded significant influence. The political structure of Sumer was complex and decentralized, consisting of independent city-states often engaged in trade and rivalry. Each city-state had its own ruler, known as a Lugal, who wielded considerable power, yet was bound by the need to maintain the favor of the gods and the support of the priestly class. This delicate balance of power often led to conflicts. Competition over resources and land led to a series of city-state wars, setting the stage for future unification efforts. One notable example is the conflict between the city-states of Lagash and Umma, which were embroiled in a resource dispute. Such rivalries exemplified the fragmented political nature of Sumer and the constant struggle for control. It was within this politically fragmented environment that Sargon of Akkad emerged. He began as a humble cupbearer in the court of King Sababa of Ke. But through strategic alliances and military conquests, he forged the first empire in history. The Akkadian Empire represented a Sigmadi ants. Mada as its apple est. Sargon of Akkad, who ruled around Bryce, is credited with founding the Akkadian Empire and is often regarded as one of the most important figures in ancient history. His rise to power was marked by military conquests against established city-states, which he unified under a single banner. Sargon's innovative strategies, including the use of professional armies, allowed for rapid expansion and the assimilation of conquered cultures into Akkadian society. The Akkadian Empire extended its reach across Mesopotamia, dominating trade routes and establishing new administrative practices. Sargon moved the capital to Akkad, a city whose exact location remains a subject of debate among archaeologists. The empire's cultural achievements flourished as well, as Akkadian became the lingua franca of diplomacy and administration, influencing languages and cultures far beyond its borders. Moreover, Sargon's reign set a precedent for future conquerors, demonstrating the potential of centralized rule and the idea of an empire. It paved the way for a cultural syncretism, blending Sumerian and Akkadian elements which profoundly impacted laws, religion, and artistic expression throughout the region. This cultural amalgamation would leave a lasting legacy on subsequent civilizations, including the later Babylonian and Assyrian empires. The legacy of the Akkadian Empire extended far beyond its political achievements. It was an era of significant cultural development. Under Sargon, rule, art, and literature flourished, giving rise to new forms of expression, statues depicting gods, ceremonial reliefs, and intricate cylinder seals exemplified the artistic mastery, often reflecting the empire's religious beliefs. Literature, during this period, continued the Sumerian tradition while incorporating Akkadian themes and language. The transformation of the Epic of Gilgamesh, for instance, exemplified how stories evolved through cultural exchanges. Scholars and scribes meticulously documented knowledge, healthcare, mathematics, and astronomy, compiling extensive libraries that preserved. As the Akkadian Empire waned, its cultural influence persisted. The subsequent rise of the Babylonian and Assyrian empires in the following centuries drew upon the foundations laid by the Akkadians. They inherited not only the administrative and legal system, but also the cultural and literary tradition that would define Mesopotamian civilization for centuries to come. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of the Akkadian Empire and the vibrant Sumerian civilization that preceded it. By exploring these profound historical contexts, we gain a deeper understanding of how the intricate tapestry of human history continues to shape our present and future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical explorations.